Hello, this is Gerald Johannes. Words can inspire. Words can inspire because they direct you, because of the letters that are in it. These letters gives you an idea where your focus has to go to. We're not very conscious about that, but every object has a certain focus that is dominating. One of the focus can be that, okay, I'm focusing upon the object itself. I can focus upon the movement. I can focus upon what does it do to me. These are actually three categories in which all the letters fit actually quite well into an order that I can tell you how and why it is arranged this way and how it builds up actually our understanding of distinctions between all of these places and directions. Let's have it very simple, so you can learn to recognize these positions and how the positions move, and also how our focus moves. The best thing would be if we could use any word and see how this could inspire us, how this could direct us, what are the ranges of all the whole set of associations that you can have and will have when you use these words. But let's keep it simple for a few examples to show you just how the focus is changing. And one of these easy words, I wanted to have a few videos, so let's have eat and drink in a couple of languages. Let's have eat first in the English version. I'll do Dutch and French as well. And maybe German, I will see, well, or maybe Chinese, let's see what I will do, but let's first focus upon the English word eat. So if I use eat, I will have the positions, the basic positions where they originate. Originate position more says about where does it originate in space, where does it originate in a time schedule. That's what we see here. Basically, it's not a way like we jump from this place to the next. No, it doesn't work like that. It's the origin of the places, and if you understand these, you know how it jumps actually from one focus to another. And what does it say here? Actually, eat is with the sound E. Even a double E with a long E is actually two focuses instead of one. E, a longer time, a longer period, a longer stretched area in which I have my selection. The E is about selection. Let's have simple words to make it remember and that you can apply to lots of words. They will usually fit there, but you have to understand what's beyond it, because sometimes when you have a different context, you have to adapt it a little bit to where the real origin, why it is there in that place, and how it can be interpreted. So here I will simply say selection. What kind of selection is it? It's with E plus A, so from a time frame. So within the time frame, A, which is basically a choice, or which is basically a focus as upon a thing, which I give actually a function or which I place. So you have already an idea where our focus is going to. It's in an order which adds up, so that makes it easy. So how do we see that in the practical reality? Let's have these letters here at the right positions, and let's start from space. So you see space. Beneath A is also always the horizontal. If I have to make a connection or I have to move and so on, I have the horizontal plane behind me with the T as well, the vertical plane behind me. Within, of course, the two frames that the two backgrounds I already have, horizontal, vertical. I'll try to find my T position. E is about the timing, so there's a time process behind it. It will go from one position where the thing is not actually, but I'm going towards it, and the where the final position, the next position where it's going to be, and the itself is I'm going towards where it is, where the thing is, where it's going to be in the time schedule. Especially with this E, already says it has a time frame, not just in space in two places. in a time schedule, not just into two timed positions. The E with the long E says that there's a time and space frame from one position to the next. So I have a very easy, very quickly an idea where I have to limit my frame. I limit my frame to beginning and ending, from there to there. That's what I do. When I look up the word eat, I have a couple of options that I have immediately. I take immediately the first ones that I have. And what do I have? I had also a plate with food on it. I don't see where it is really about eating. So the most easy ones are with persons to it, because it's related with persons. I don't know why they leave out the person in some of the examples when I type eat and Victor. This is one of the first that I got. So you see someone eating. So how do I translate this to the letters that I have? I have the A, which is the basic object. I have the timing, which is the E. And I have the T, or the lifting up upwards. And that's basically what it is. It's eating. It takes the object A, lifts it up, T, and within that time frame, so from the object to the lifting up, I have my position in the end, where it needs to be and where I need it to be, so that I'm eating. A bit off is the head, which is going down. So it's so when I have only the letters and they say, okay, the food, I bring the food up is eating. Here I bring my head down, and basically for me immediately gives me an extra association, like, why is his head down? I immediately notice there's something off. So as if I'm going to be skeptical to this additional feature which is not in the letters. So unconsciously we also deal with such things. So is this, if we deal with it and say, is this a very good expression of eating, of to eat? Not everybody will say that, but in a way, is that really necessary that you bow your head? And you would say, no, that doesn't express eating. It's eating and going towards the food. It's two things actually, so it's expressing two things. When I have another option, so on the next picture that I found, yeah, here I have the figure straight up. I look for another one. Yeah, it's bowing towards the food, but it's not really making much change. When I look behind it and see where eat is with the letters, I have the object, I have the way up, and I have the time frame from the object to the way up. Yes, that's eating. I have also the object, I go up, and also have the time frame actually as well from the one position, the food, which in this case immediately is already brought up towards me. So they both fit quite well. When I just have, for instance, when I think about it, I say eat, okay, then I have these two positions. I have the frame with the E, I have the from E to Af, so from a time schedule towards the object. It's different in Dutch, it's just eat. Dutch is always quite simple, it's almost like it's a farmer language compared to English. It goes to the thing always as simple, to see it as simple as possible. So I have this time schedule, I have space, the spatial reference, which goes up. That's all I have, not the object. So when I position them against each other from E to E, then I will be able to express the word eat very well. So what do I have? The E is the same thing. So that one is, so where do I have the T? It's there in the middle. So the eat is that position. I bring my food up into two positions from somewhere to me, actually, when I have it into a position of a person, when the person is acting with eat. Eat is just like, I'm eating, it's the activity of eating. And it's not really focusing upon what do I eat, it's just the activity, nothing else, the activity within a space, a time frame. Even the spatial frame is not that important, it's just like, oh, I see the object, it's a function. Eating is a function. It's almost like it's a function. So we need to eat, that's all. Something like that. So yes, as you see, it's not very difficult to notice the influence of letters, the influence of also when we write it differently, when we express it differently, that then we also notice differently things. We also will simplify it even at certain points, or give attention to other things. Eating, although it is you could say like, okay, is there an eating culture in certain areas or not? That's another question. I'm going to talk about such things later, but you already have an idea. This word was already quite easy to recognize and see what is the essence actually from focusing on to eat. That should have been clear in this video. Thanks again for watching. Bye.